far as performance goes, so you got the TSP headers.
Oh my God. Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to move my head away. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, there's love, there's hate, lies and games, faith.
All right, so it's now May 2022, and I want to ask the question, do we even need performance shops anymore? That's what we're going to discuss in this video. Woo! Oh, yeah. Into this. You got the Chrysler, Chevy. Yo, where'd you come with all these muscles? What the hell? What the heck happened to you? Came out looking swole. Man, okay.
Maybe a little dirty, man.
Yo, you came for real. Like, hold on. Okay. Come on, talk us through. What's the setup, man?
So it's a 17 by 10 on a, what is it, 305 by 45.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
What wheels are those?
So these are
BMS?
BMS Racing on a Mickey Thompson.
On a Mickey, oh snap.
Yeah.
You was like, F those traction issues. Yo, come over here, let me get you on this side, man. Golly. All right. So you brought out the muscles and the muscle. Oh.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get rid of all them traction problems. Right?
Yeah, I feel you. So what, yo, since the last time we saw you, what other mods did you do to the car?
So I just changed my diff.
Okay.
So new diff. It feels like the gearing is different. It feels like it's shifting way faster.
Okay.
So I gotta make sure those are the right gears.
Right.
It feels so much more aggressive. Like, other than the drag pack, I did add the underdrive pulley on.
Oh my God.
I got a new thermostat, so I added a 190 degree thermostat in.
Okay.
It did come with a smaller pulley, like a smaller belt, just a little smaller, a serpentine belt.
Okay.
For the underdrive. And that's pretty much it so far.
All right. Well, man, the car has a whole different look and feel to it now. Now it looks like, don't mess with me. Like, so, all right. I wanted to do an episode today about performance mods and stuff for cars.
Yeah.
And about performance shops, right? So my whole take on it is that nowadays you're better off doing the mods yourself and just going with a tuner that you trust to do your tunes and stuff like that.
100%.
Because in my experience, right, with certain tuner shops, you're at the mercy of the owner of the shop, or you know what I mean? Yeah. Because I've had experiences where when I had my Mazda Speed 3s, I bought two of them. I had a 2010 Mazda Speed 3 and a 2012, right? So for the 2010, I basically just did the basic bolt-on mods myself, and I got the Cobb tune, threw that on, and that car, and I went to a muffler shop to do I did a full turbo back exhaust, right? And I ordered the Cobb downpipe, I think, and I just had them put that on, and they did the whole thing, and that car ran strong, no problems, no nothing, right? Now, when I bought the 2012, I took it to a performance shop in Boca that I'm not gonna name. You know, I dropped about $8,000, and even when I remember I went in to go watch him working on the car, like there was a time where he was doing something underneath the hood and he kept slipping. He was turning a screwdriver. No, he was, yeah, and he kept sliding. It was a flathead. And he kept sliding it and hitting the rubber hose. You know, so I'm just like,
a hole in the hose.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, and I had nothing but, I had to get rid of that car. I had such a horrible experience. Oh, hold on. Let that pass. Yeah, but I had such a horrible experience with that car that I decided I didn't want to mod cars anymore.
Right.
You know, but to me personally, I figured out that you're better off just kind of doing stuff yourself. Like How many of the mods on this car would you say you've done yourself? You can open up and show. We got to see. We got out the hood.
So as far as the bolt-ons,
right,
I pretty much did them all myself.
Wow.
The only one I guess they would call a bolt-on that isn't really a bolt-on is the pulley.
So hold up. Okay, you put this on yourself. You put on the rotofab.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Put on the MSD, the throttle body.
Okay.
I did the E85 myself.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, cause I already was familiar with it from my 5th gen, so
right.
I did, like, it was easy to tap in to the harness.
Right.
It's simple. Like, you just tap into the underside of the harness. It's a pin that goes into it.
Right.
You just like, it's some cars, it's like block, so you got to use like a pin or a screwdriver to like take the plastic out.
Right.
And you just tap it. Once you go in, it's a little groove, so you will feel it when it engages. All you got to do is from the tune to activate the 85, and it's like boom, you're good to go.
Can you tell I'm actually really impressed? I'm like, man, I didn't know you did all that. Wow. Okay, so you did the majority of the mods yourself, and then what about is that an oil catch can there?
Yeah. So that's the Mishimoto catch can.
All right.
I put that on. It's simple.
Wow.
Like a lot of these things is like super simple. At least for me, like, since I already had the experience with it from my last car. Right. It wasn't nothing. It just a couple bolts. And
you've had no reliability issues, nothing, right?
Not at all.
And that's the thing. So like, I'll show you. I'll pop the hood on mine. The car is dirty because of the long drive. But let's see. See, I'm not as handy as you, so I did pay a friend to install the cold air intake.
Yeah.
Now that's the only thing that's done, right?
Yeah.
But when he did it, he left. There were certain things that just wasn't done right, and I had to go in there and so I ended up like taking out the filter and basically torquing everything down and doing it over myself.
Right.
And then I realized, like, hold up, I could have done this myself to begin with. Like, I could have, so it's like the little mistakes that he made just because he doesn't care. Because when it's your car, you care way more.
All the fine details, he's like, you super nitpicky about it.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Did I torque that down right?
Yeah. And that's
not yours. You like,
exactly.
That's good for my house.
Exactly. So I don't want to tell people watching this to just not trust performance shops and stuff, but be very careful with who you select, because it can make the difference between whether your car breaks or.
Because as far as from my experience, like when I got this car, like I bought it in Boston.
Right.
So a lot of the things that I couldn't do at first, like up there, since I was renting the place, I didn't have any room to do anything. And if you ever been in Massachusetts, a lot of the cars are parked on the side of the road. So you can't do much. Yourself.
Yeah.
So as far as like when it came to like putting on the side skirts and stuff like that, or doing the exhaust and the headers, I had them do it for me, but I had to watch them. Like
right.
Literally, when it took 7 to 8 hours for them to do my headers,
right,
I watched them the whole time. So I went straight from work after a 12-hour shift. I watched them do it, and like they'll put the helper on your car. So you would think like the owner or one of the
more experienced people, would
come and do it. No, they'll make the helper go and do it.
Yeah.
So it's like if they're putting somebody with no experience on your car,
anything can happen.
Exactly.
Anything can happen.
So I kind of like stopped trusting a lot of places unless like you have something, like you have proof that you know what you're doing.
Right, exactly. So with that being said, right?
Yeah.
How much horsepower is your car putting out right now?
I didn't get it re-dynoed yet, like with the pulley and now that I have the radios on. Right. Because with the Nittos, they were spinning on the dyno.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I couldn't catch.
Dude, that's one thing I noticed when we ran and stuff. You could tell your car was just spinning all the time.
It has a whole lot of torque.
Yeah.
So I'm close. Like as far as torque goes, I'm like at 498 torque.
Wow. Okay.
So like
that's
a lot of
torque.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And I would say the way how these cars, when you do add-ons, the horsepower tend to be slightly more than the torque, right?
Yeah.
So you're like what, maybe like at 505 or something?
Yeah. So I was just slightly over. I think I was like at 502.
Okay.
But then again, I don't know how they, like the dyno is just a tool.
Right.
So I don't really know how accurate that number is.
Right.
Especially since I went to the same dyno. At first it was over here, like in St. Lucie. They sold that dyno and it went up to Vero.
Right.
So I followed them. I followed that same dyno from point A to point B. Got it retuned, re-dynoed, and that's when it made the power. But it was spinning on the dyno, so that number sounds kind of high. Especially since I don't have the heads and cams. So
right.
It sounds high for a bolt-on car, so I don't know how accurate that is, but as far as the power-wise, it feels like it's like that. But you just need to put it down to the ground.
So now, all right, so let's go over your list of mods. You could go from, I know you've done this before, but for the people that have never seen your videos before, let's go through from A to Z. What you got?
Oh, man, I can pull out the list.
Yeah.
I be forgetting, man.
Yeah, like, go for it.
All right, so let me see. All right, so as far as performance goes, so you got the TSP headers.
Right.
I think there was 1x7/8, so 1 7/8. MSD got the wires.
Right.
I think I changed the spark plugs to NGK.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You did that yourself too?
Yeah.
God. Okay.
Yeah, because
you gapped them and everything?
I didn't need to gap them, so like they came pre-gapped.
They came pre-gapped.
So.
Okay.
I got the AWE tuning. Cat back.
Nice.
With resonating pipes.
Okay.
Nishimoto catch can.
Right.
You already know that.
Right.
Actually, it does pretty good. Like when it comes to filtering out that extra oil.
Yeah. That's like a must, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rotofab intake.
Right.
This was like my first mod.
Yeah.
First.
I mean, that's like a must. When I'm the only one that went different, just because you know me, I like being different.
You gotta be different. You gotta stand out. You know what I mean? I just don't want to go against the grain like with certain stuff. I don't want to blow up.
I feel you.
The MSD intake. This was the hardest thing for me to pull a trigger on because it's ported. And I think
it was ported by Prey Performance.
Yes. Yeah, so okay. The manifold and the throttle body was ported by Prey.
Okay.
I think the combo was around like 2,500.
Oof.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's a huge pill to swallow.
Me pulling the trigger on it, like I was like,
yeah.
And I just did it. So.
But did you notice a difference once it went in?
Instantly.
Okay.
Instantly, like my butt dyno felt it.
Yeah.
The car was just like vibrating aggressively because of the extra airflow.
Right.
It was like I liked it. I loved it.
Okay.
So after that, it took me a little minute to do it. It took me probably like a year and a half to jump on it because you kept telling me to go just do it.
Right.
I unlocked my transmission.
Okay.
I had to send it over to HP Tuners. It took them. It was probably like a week and a half turnover.
Right.
So it didn't take long at all. They instantly sent it back to me. I got it tuned by Prey.
Okay.
And that's when it like felt like it just wanted to go.
It went to another level.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I couldn't control it no more. It was like something new to me.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus Christ. I thought it was like a super aggressive tune, but it's not even like on full kill. So
Right.
That was a big difference for me, like that. Just getting the transmission done.
All right. And then headers. What headers did you get on?
These are TSP headers.
So TSP headers, but an AWE.
Yeah.
All right.
AWE catback. I think after that, I just went with like I said, I just did the underdrive pulley.
The underdrive pulley.
Yeah, with the ATI pulley.
Wow.
With the serpentine belt.
And you did this yourself?
I didn't do that one myself.
Okay.
That says a bolt-on, but it goes.
That's serious.
It connects to. They say it connects to the cam.
Right.
That bolt, like, and this part could be potentially dangerous, especially if you're not torquing it down.
Yeah.
That bolt could shoot back out.
Right.
And it could be fatal for somebody. So I didn't want to really.
You don't want to mess with that. Right.
Yeah. I didn't want nothing flying back off. So I let a professional do that one.
Okay. Good.
Which it wasn't bad.
How much was the labor on that?
I went down south.
Okay, all right. So
it was $100.
Yeah. So you did good.
Sometimes.
Here's another thing, another piece of advice. Sometimes you need to drive far away from where you live to get the best service and bang for your buck.
Because up here don't have enough competition.
Right,
Down
right.
south, you go to Miami, Broward, careful. There's so much competition down there, like the prices reflect that competition.
Right.
Up here, they tried to, I went to a shop, I won't say no names,
Uh-huh.
tried to charge me $2,000 to install a plug.
Get out of here. Yeah, okay, yeah. But so that's what happens, guys, when you stay in your local market, if your local market does not have a lot of competition. So that definitely pay attention to that, you know?
And it's bad, like, and they'll try to price gouge you and be like, oh, well, you know, it's a lot of labor, I gotta pull off the bumper and all of this. I'm like, come on, I know how to do it. I know exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to pull off the bumper. You might have to move the fan, the radiator if you want some clearance for an impact or something like that. But come on, bro.
They always try to get you with the okie doke.
So I went to 3 shops. The highest one, the very first one, charged me $2,000. The next one was $1,600, and the next one, the lowest price was $800.
Right.
So I was gonna go for that, but then family friends, they was like,
why don't you try?
Come down here. You forgot he has a shop.
Right.
I was like, okay, I gotta change out my diff anyway.
Right.
Let me do it at the same time. He charged me only $100.
That's amazing, man. Oh, look, 5-0. Yeah.
But after that, so after I changed out the pulley and the differential. I went straight for the radius. So I did.
Okay, so let's come back. Yeah. So you got the drag setup now. So you're finally on a tire.
Yeah.
Got the Mickey Thompsons on there.
Finally. So my boy Dalton over at SMG Speed. I talked to him about it, and I was gonna go with the Street R's.
Right.
But he said they're way more aggressive.
Right.
Especially when it comes to dailying, because I'm dailying the car.
Right.
So I don't want that type of compound for the streets and then end up losing control.
Yeah, right.
Especially in Florida.
Yeah, especially with rain.
So he told me to go with the Street S, and so far it's been nice, but it's a little scary.
Right.
Because of the vibration.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's normal. This is my first time on a drag pack.
Right.
Like, this isn't my first built car, but it's definitely the first drag pack.
Right.
So I don't know if that's normal, or if I need like some suspension parts. Like,
hold on, time out. I gotta zoom in on the bling. No, I just caught the bling like bling. Yeah. So, all right, guys, you guys that are watching, right? I want you to comment below and let us know. Is it normal to get a little bit of vibration once you're on a tire? Like, is that something that he's just gonna have to suck up, or is it something where he may need to balance the front tires to, you know, to coexist with the rims? Yeah, that was loud. So yeah, I think it may have something to do with the wheel and tire setup in the front that's causing the vibration. You may need to find something that complements it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I'm hoping it's something that simple.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Because I didn't know. I was like, do I need a spacer to run in? Like, what do I need?
Right.
He was like, no, that's all you need. You just good. Just mount it and you're good to go. I was like, okay, so I don't know. Right now it's running on 28 psi. So
right. It looks full. Just looking at it, it looks like it's all the way like full.
They said usually guys run these like when they go into the
track.
Strip, they are running probably like around like 20, like somewhere between 17 and 20 psi.
Right.
But I don't know because it feels nice.
Right.
Like
yeah. I'm looking at it. It looks firm.
Yeah.
It looks like
it's not super soft. But I don't know, dude.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. I want to see this car on the track once everything is ironed out, because that's what it's built for now. Yeah. You know, we got to get it on there. And we're not even gonna mess with Joey no more, because we're not racing him until he gets another car. We are not messing with that bike. Am I right?
Yeah.
We ain't messing with that bike. So
we need Joey to keep his head on straight.
Yeah, exactly. We need him to keep his head on, period. You know what I mean? So, all right, man. You know, it's been a while since we saw you last, and it's crazy the amount of things you got done in that time. But as always, we gotta go out with an exhaust clip, man. We gotta hear that beast of yours, you know, one last time before we head out. Oh my God. Yeah, hold on, I'm trying to move my head away. All right, go ahead. Oh my God, yo. I'm never ready for that, yo. Yo, man, thanks for coming out again, man. Yo. So that's all we gotta say about that. Comment below, let us know what you guys think about performance shops, and if you have any good shops that you want to recommend to do things the right way. And with that, we're out. Race Car Friends, out. What is that? First of all, Subaru is like the coolest dealership ever. Just want to say that first and foremost, at least the one that I go to. So they did an amazing job. They make sure they like did everything perfect, lined it up all perfect, and this is what the exhaust looks like. Awesome, awesome job. Happy with the way it looks. Didn't even hear it yet, but it looks amazing. So yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.